Normally at this point in the year, my students in French 1 have been exposed to the present tense and can write sentences, very simple sentences in the present tense. But now they're writing all the tenses. They're writing in the future, they're writing in the past because they've been exposed to it. I haven't taught them this, but when I ask them to write sentences, they're using every tense. Their writing is so much more interesting because they're adding in all of the conjunctions and
It's very fluid, yeah. I mean, even past, present, conditional even. Some students are really starting to take a ground even in the conditional or subjunctive, really. I've seen some students use subjunctive, and
and correctly.
Yeah, it's not even incorrect. It's just insane how quickly they've picked up stuff.
So Lingvist gets to see on the metrics board who is using the app at any given time, but as teachers, we get to see the actual humans using the app and what comes of that. And again, in year 23 for me, I get chills up my arms when they can do the things that they can do now. And you would just have to be me, and they've heard this. I say this all the time. You would just have to be me to know that they shouldn't be able to do some of the things that they're doing. So teaching grammar now is so much easier because they've had so much exposure to what the sentences look like, and through Lingvist they're constantly conjugating verbs whether they know that that is what they're doing or not. At the beginning of French 1, when I started introducing the conjugations to them, the students were just kind of like, well, yeah, that, this is what we do, we understand, whereas prior we would almost do grammar up front before the students were really exposed to what was going on, and it just didn't click. It was like an uphill battle. I feel like grammar now is so much easier to teach.
So really when I came up to her and I told her, why are you teaching the Mango, I realized this way of thematic learning, there's so many classrooms do it, so many people do it to learn, I'm going to learn all these travel words, and that's fine if you have a purpose. If you're going to go travel or I'm going to learn words that I need for the subject I'm studying, yeah. But they didn't know how to talk, and they were learning these obscure fruits in the language.
I know by the end of this year, my students have done just beyond anything I've ever seen, and this is year 23 for me. That students are able to do things so much earlier and faster than we've ever done them before. Giving them the tools with the most frequently used words and the most essential words, they're able to read right away.